Just gonna take a second. And it deleted my things again. There we go. All right, so I guess what we'll do is we will start with, we could start with the black theme booster. That's probably a good spot to start with. We also have just a regular Dungeons and Dragons 15 card draft booster. We've got a Strixhaven's 12 card draft booster, another Strixhaven School of Mages, and then we have 2 core 2021 packs to open. Once again, looking for draw cards, also high value cards, obviously. We don't necessarily know if we're going to be able to get those immediately, but nevertheless, if we check and we get something that actually is worth more than what the entire pack is, then we've done a good job. Luckily, I didn't actually pay for any of these packs. These were all just Christmas presents to me. So I'm overly excited to open them because they're only going to go up in value, which should be a lot of fun. So I guess what we'll get started with is just the one that's already out, which is the Adventures in the Forgotten Realm Black Theme Booster. Let's try to get this focused over here. I wish this thing wasn't like so in the way. I feel like this is in the way. Let's see, 1 second. I think that's probably a little bit better, right? Looks like it's a little bit better. Let's just tilt that way. And then if I get rid of that, yeah, that's a little bit better, right? And we'll draw from here, and then we'll put, everything else right here. I think that's probably the best idea for this. All right, so let us pop this bad boy open. We've got our coffee right here. If you hear me drinking anything, it's this. So, as I said, we're really looking for card draw and some mana ramp stuff for our current zombie tribal deck. It's like a zombie death touch tribal deck, though. I want to specify that it's primarily focused on death touch. That is the primary focus of my black and blue deck. Hand model. Yeah, exactly, right? Thanks, Jay. I try, I really do. All right. Oh, okay. That's actually not a terrible start. All right. And I will be reading off the cards just because, one, it'll help me remember. All right, so we're getting our first one going. And what we'll do is I guess I'll just flip from the top. That'll probably be the easiest way to do this. All right, so we'll start from here. There you go, Deontay Foreman. Nice job. All right, flip. Lost Mind of Fandelier. We all knew that was going to happen, right? Dropping the host. Good job. YouTube, hey, have a great brunch, man. That's what I love about brunch. So we knew that this was going to be D&D themed, so obviously you're going to get Dungeon of the Mad Mage and Lost Mind of Fandelier. We're not playing any D&D decks at all whatsoever, though. The only thing I would probably touch is a Tiamat deck. But I'm not sure. All right. Forsworn Paladin. It's got Menace. That's pretty good. It's 1 black. Let's see if I can actually get it up here. That's better. So it's 1 black. You can also pay basically 2 to tap, pay 1 life, create a treasure token. You can also tap 2 and 1 black for target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. If mana from a treasure was spent to activate this ability, that creature also gains Death Touch until the end of turn. This is going to be a huge card, mainly because of the gains Death Touch. That's the most important thing in my decks. Period is, well, in my black and blue deck, and my zombie black and blue deck, is going to be the gain Death Touch. That's going to be pretty huge. Also, it's just a 1/1, but the cool thing is this is a great turn 1 play because it's just 1 mana and you get a creature out pretty fast. So I like this a lot. There is definitely some potential. Nice touchdown, Tennessee. There's definitely some potential for this to be in one of my decks, or in my black and blue zombie tribal deck, Death Touch deck. Jesus. All right, moving on. Next card. Baleful Beholder. I've had this card. I still have this card. If anybody knows a good use for this card or a great deck to put this card in, I would appreciate it, because I literally have no idea what deck or what kind of deck to put this in. When Baleful Beholder enters the battlefield, it's got a cool ETB effect though. It's got Anti-Magic Cone. Each opponent sacrifices an enchantment. That's good. And it's got Fear Ray. Creatures you control gain menace until the end of turn. If you don't know what menace is, a creature with menace can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. It's 6 CMC. It's 4 colorless and then 2 black. So it's not a super expensive card if you've got a good mana ramp system. It's also a 6/5, so it's pretty strong. But as far as it goes for me, I don't know where to put it. I don't know what deck to put it in. So I probably won't be using this one. But actually what we're going to do is we're going to put the cards that we feel like have some potential right up here at the top. I'm going to try to make sure that it's angled in the camera to where you can still see which one that is. And then our discard set will just kind of come over this way. We're going to... Sorry about that, guys. So we've got Forsworn Paladin here, which is a card that we're going to potentially use. And then we've got our other discard cards over here. And then our draw deck is right over here. All right, next card. Drider. I also have this card. It's got Reach. Whenever Drider deals combat damage to a player, create a 2/1 Black Spider creature token with Menace and Reach. This is an okay card. It's not bad. It's a little high. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that crazy, Apple Guy? I haven't streamed since last year. I'm trying to be more consistent with it this year. That's one of my 2022 goals, is to be more consistent with streaming, finish the book that I'm writing, finish the screenplay that I'm writing, and then obviously be in more films. So this is a 5 CMC card. It's 4 colorless and 1 black. I'm not huge on these kind of creatures. I'm sure that this would work in, maybe like a black and green deck. Yeah, do something goofier this screen. Yeah, exactly, right? That's going to go in my discard ones. I already have Drider, so there's no real use for me to keep Drider over here in this area. Forsworn Paladin so far is, I really like this card because it's very low CMC. Next pool, Thieves' Tools. This is actually a card that I'm considering adding into an artifact deck, like a black and green artifact deck, which is, it sounds weird, but I think there's a way I can make it work. Its ETB effect is it'll create a treasure token. If you sacrifice this artifact, you can add 1 mana of any color, which is pretty great. Equipped creature can't be blocked as long as its power is 3 or less. Equip 2, you can attach to a target creature you control and equip it only as a sorcery. This is a really cool card. I like this card a lot, and it's only 2 CMC, 1 colorless and 1 black for a pretty good enchantment, or a pretty good artifact. And if you're running like a treasure token deck, it'll be cool because you can use, you can kind of do the sacrifice fodder, or you can use the treasure token as a sacrifice fodder. So, anywho, I like this card. It's not making my decks. There's a chance I could find a use for it in other decks, but I'm just not sure yet. So that's going over here. Next one is Sepulchre Ghoul. CMC stands for converted mana cost. So, okay, so like for this one right here, for Sepulchre Ghoul, you can see up at the top right corner, it says 1 and then 1 black, basically, is what it's called. So it costs 2 mana total to cast it, but it's 1 colorless and 1 black. So the converted mana cost is 2. So that's what I mean when I say CMC. So the Ghoul is sacrifice. They actually got rid of CMC and now use the term mana value. Oh, that's interesting. I did not know that, DD Bin. I appreciate that, though. Forgive me if I just continue to say CMC, because I've just been saying it for so long. But I will try to say mana value. Anywho, sacrifice another creature. The Ghoul gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Activate only once each turn. This is it's pretty low as far as mana value goes, so I don't hate this card. It is also a zombie, and I've got some great cards that give zombies death touch and flying. So I can make this card work, and since I can make this card work, it's going to go right here with the Forsworn Paladin, and we will see if there's a way. Now, here's my, like I had said earlier, I'm trying to get more cards, or more draw cards. That's what I'm trying to add into the system is some more draw cards. So that might be able to get in, though. I like this card. Might be able to get in. Next pool. Oh, Ray of Enfeeblement. That's interesting. Target creature. This is an instant. It's 1 black for a instant. Target creature gets -4/-1 until end of turn. If that creature is white, it gets -4/-4 until end of turn instead. This is great if you're playing against somebody that's got like a pretty good like spirit deck, which I know some people that run spirit decks, so this might make its way. Considering it's an instant and it's only 1 black, this might make its way into my zombie deck. All right, moving on. Oh, also, if you guys want me to look up what the card values, like the actual cost of the card is, let me know, because I've got the screen up too, so I can look those things up. This is Deadly Dispute. I don't like this card. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice an artifact or a creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token. Deadly Dispute is a $3. Oh, really? Very nice. Good to know. I like the draw 2 cards. I don't like the create a treasure token thing. And the only reason why I don't like it is because I don't run any treasure token decks right now. But it is something that theoretically I could run in the future. But I'm not saying that it's not a good card. I'm just saying that I don't use it because I don't have any token decks that I'm using right now. Not to say that it's not a good card. I just don't use it because I don't have any token decks. Now, if I end up making one, obviously Deadly Dispute would go in that. But for now, it is going to go right over here. Yeah, that is a really good point, actually. Give me 2 seconds. I actually want to check something. Okay, that's not bad. Okay. And next card, Manticore. It's got flash, flying, tail spikes. This is 3 colorless, 1 black. It's a 2/1. When Manticore enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. This is kind of pretty good. Also, you don't have to sat creatures. You can use the token it makes to cast a second one. That's actually a pretty good. That's a pretty good point, actually. I don't know really how this would fit into any of the decks that I'm running right now, the black decks that I'm running right now, because I'm really only running my black and blue zombie tribal right now. But in the event that I was going to create another one, I think maybe I could find a way to fit Manticore in. Next one is Death Priest of Myrkul. It's 2 colorless and then 2 black for a 2/2 creature, Tiefling Cleric. Skeletons, vampires, and zombies you control get +1/+1. I like this so far. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, you may pay 1. If you do, create a 1/1 black skeleton creature token. Interesting. So it's got 4 mana value. I do like the fact that it actually gives a +1/+1 to zombies too, which is one of the main decks that I'm running. So this is gonna go right here. This is gonna go right here for now. Okay, next one. Okay, we've already pulled that one. Feign Death, I've already pulled that one. All right. Precipitous Drop. This is a 3 mana value enchantment. It costs 2 colorless and 1 black. Enchant creature. When this enters the battlefield, venture into the dungeon. That's pretty cool. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. It gets -5/-5 instead, as long as you've completed a dungeon. This is great for people that are running dungeon decks, but like I said, I'm not running any dungeon decks yet anyways. Moving on. Zombie Ogre. I don't have this card in my current zombie tribal deck, so this is interesting. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, venture into the dungeon. Now I actually think that maybe I do need to create one like that. But anyways, this is a 5 mana value card. It costs 3 colorless, 2 black for a 3/5 zombie creature. It's pretty cool. It's pretty beefy. Be cool if you could beef it up and then give it Death Touch, that'd be dope. Because this would work as a really good blocker. So I kind of like this. I kind of like this. There's potential here. Definitely potential. All right. Next one. Dungeon map. We're not going to go over dungeon maps. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how the dungeon stuff works in Magic. So Clattering Skeletons. I don't have this card. It's 4 mana value for a skeleton creature. It's a 4/3. When Clattering Skeleton dies, venture into the dungeon. Another dungeon. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with the dungeon format. I like it. I just don't want to play it. Power Word Kill. Love this card, obviously. I love this card in Dungeons and Dragons as well. Destroy target non-angel, non-demon, non-devil, non-dragon creature. Super easy. This is great to just have in your hand. So this will more than likely... I already have this card, so I'm thinking about putting this into my deck already, but we'll see. And we'll see how it fits with everything else, because it's all about synergy and things like that. So if it doesn't work, I don't want to be too attached to it. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to fix my phone really quick. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, next card. Hired Hexblade. I actually have this card already. Not in my deck, but I do have this card. When Hired Hexblade enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Interesting. It's only a 2 mana value card for a 2/2 creature. Not terrible. Not necessarily something that I really want to have, at least not in the current decks that I'm running. So, moving on. Another Ray of Enfeeblement. Kind of went over that already. Hired Hexblade. We just saw that. Devour Intellect. This is a pretty cool sorcery card. Target opponent discards a card if mana from a treasure was spent to cast this spell. Instead, that player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Then that player discards that card. This is a really cool one. I think I already sleeved my last one of this card, and I thought I put it in my deck, but I'm not really sure. But oh, you know what? No, because I haven't sleeved it yet, but it's on the top of the list of things to sleeve because the other one is right here. So yeah, Devour Intellect on the way. Urban Stranger, what's up? How are you doing? How is your new year? How is everybody's new year, actually? Is everybody doing okay? Everybody feeling good? Any kind of New Year's resolutions? I said revolutions. Resolutions that they've got going on right now? Okay. I totally would, but there's like no way that I can do that because I'm using all of my devices and I'm bound to this chair right now. Black Dragon. This is a pretty hefty card. It's a 7 mana value for a 4/4 dragon. It's got flying and it's got acid breath. When Black Dragon enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-3 until end of turn. So you can get rid of somebody's card or somebody's creature right off the jump once it enters the battlefield. Plus it has flying. And then the great thing is, if I throw this in one of my the Next Day's Gone stream, I'm not sure actually. I'm really not sure. If I throw this in one of mine, then I can give it Death Touch, which is going to be huge as well. So I really do like this card. I have my own copy of this card as well, so I don't really need to put it into this pile up here. So it's going to go over here. So I'm guessing you got draft packs, then separated them by color here. Well, actually, no. The first one that I got was the black theme booster anyway, so they're all going to be black. And then I have my other packs right here that are going to be multicolored. But right now I'm just focusing on, theme boosters, and also, I didn't purchase these. These are just the ones that I got for Christmas, which is great because I just got free packs. So this is Mimic. I like Mimic as a card. It's an 2 mana value artifact. Sacrifice Mimic. You can add 1 mana of any color. For 2, Mimic becomes a shapeshifter artifact creature with base power and toughness of 3/3 until end of turn. Love Mimic. It actually works pretty well with some of the things that I do. So we're going to just leave this up here. Next one, Vampire Spawn. When vampire spawn ETBs, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. This is cool if you're running like a lifesteal deck and then you can use life as a resource. So I like this card, but I'm also not running anything like that right now. But if I do, because I think watch this, it's so much fun. And honestly, to be completely honest with you, DD, I am super new to Magic the Gathering, which you could probably tell, but I love it. I absolutely adore it. I was so used to playing Hearthstone, and then I started started learning more about Magic, played a couple of Magic games, and then I was like, okay, well, this is just gonna consume my life now. This is a good card. Don't really have a fit for it right now. Maybe will in the future. That's the Ghoul. We already saw that. Reaper's Talisman. Another artifact, just 1 black. Whenever equipped creature, whenever equipped creature attacks, it gains death touch until the end of turn. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Another lifesteal move. Equip 2, attached to a target creature you control, equipped only as sorcery. Been playing Magic since 1994. Eminenti. Oh, geez. Nice. Well, then you got to start throwing out the tips and tricks, DD. If you've been playing since 1994 and you're an MTG judge, you gotta throw out some tips for me. Like, what do you think is a really strong deck that a lot of people kind of sleep on? Like, even just colors. Like, just tell me the colors. Are you a green fan? Are you a you know what? I actually want to learn more about Standard, but I mean, I mainly play Commander. Our next card is Dungeon Crawler. Dungeon Crawler enters the battlefield tapped. Whenever you complete a dungeon, you may return Dungeon Crawler from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty cool. Oh, hey, this is a cool looking card. Clattering Skeletons. I've never seen this card art before. It's a 4 mana value creature. It's a 4/3. When Clattering Skeleton dies, venture into the dungeon. So standard right now isn't this a really cool looking card? Is it you are decks are pretty much the best thing. Really? Oh, are they? I've honestly not seen these. This is really cool though. I like this card a lot. I might not use this card, but this card is definitely getting in a sleeve just because I like the way that it looks. Yeah, it is kind of funny because they do resemble that. That's cool though. I like this a lot. This is just gonna go in its own little separate pile over here. All right. Zombie Ogre, we've already seen that. Yuan-Ti Fangblade. This is a 3 mana value creature, and of course it has my favorite thing, Death Touch. It's 2/2. Whenever Yuan-Ti Fangblade deals combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. There are also module cards, but those are lands based on early See, I would like to get some more really cool looking land cards. I have one. Hold on. I think they're the Japanese ones though, but you'll be able to tell me, DD. Give me 1 second. This is my black and blue deck right here. My Commander black and blue deck, I should say. Even though I don't like, can you recommend me a good, and maybe you can just tell me if I'm using him wrong. Because right now the Commander that I'm using for this black and blue deck is Wilhelt the Rot Cleaver. Do you know if there's like a better zombie Commander out there for black and blue? I'm sorry to throw all these questions at you, DD, but I figured if there's anybody that's going to answer them, it's going to be you. Let me see if I can find that cool island. Oh, here we go. This one right here. This is my favorite island card that I have right now. I really like this card. It's like my favorite. I just love looking at it. It's just a basic land card, but I don't know. I just get a kick out of seeing it. He threw these questions my way, but yeah. Well, if you start playing again, Apple, we can play over like MTG Arena. You just need to tell me that you're going to play. Or I'll come out. I'm actually going to be in California next month. I have another commercial to shoot out there in January. Or no, wait, we're already in January. So I have a commercial to shoot out there this month, and then I'm going out there for Not Another D&D podcast in February. All right, so Wanty Fangblade is actually going to go over here because we're going to use that. Yeah, but I mean, you knew that I've been doing that, right? Wilhalt is certainly the most recent one they designed. There's an early one from Innistrad called Grim Corpseborn. Oh, interesting. I'm going to have to look into that. You might. There's a chance. How did he not pick that off? Oh, they did pick that off. Good shit, Tennessee. Streamer has Arena. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't that surprising that a streamer has Arena? But I like playing Paper Magic a lot more. Herald of Heydar. This is a 5 mana value creature. It's a 4/4. It's a human warlock. Circle of Death. You tap for 6, roll a d20. I already have this card. I don't really plan on using this card. But if somebody has an idea of a good deck to put this in, you guys can let me know. That's going to go over here. Demogorgon's Clutches. This is one that I've been considering. Target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards, and loses 2 life. I don't know. Gisa and Geralf. Yeah, so I've been thinking about using that because, oh my goodness. I have that card. I don't have I know Stitcher Geralf, I heard, was actually pretty damn good. I have the Gisa and Geralf card, but which one, Tom, is this one, the Demogorgon's Clutches, you think is good? The Scarab God? I have not seen the Scarab God. I'm going to actually have to look that up. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Sorry for the pause, but I just want to make sure that I remember these cards. The Scarab God. Oh. At the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent loses X life and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Holy shit. Okay. Tap 2 black and a blue for an exile target creature card from a graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. Do you keep the abilities though? When Scarab God dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So if you use him as a commander, it goes to your hand. It doesn't go back to the command zone, right? Demogorgon's Clutches is one that I'm thinking of running, or using, I should say, not running. It's a copy, so it has all the abilities. Dope. Okay. Dope. Cedrus the Trader King. Hold on, now I gotta read that one because that sounds really cool. Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. If it goes back to your hand, that's really good because then you don't have to pay commander tax. Okay. Next card, Feign Death. We already went over that one. Deadly Dispute. We got another Deadly Dispute in here, guys. Unless they exile it, then you just toss it. Right, okay, cool. Deadly Dispute's going over here. I will probably use Deadly Dispute. I just have to figure out how. Grim Wanderer. I kind of like this card because it's a flash, but I don't like the tragic backstory subtext where it's cast this spell only if a creature died this turn. Now, my next question is, if I sacrifice a creature during the same turn, I can use this, right? Because it'll still flash in. I just have to be able to have a sack outlet for this card. I think that's the way that works. Correct me if I'm wrong, DD and Tom. All right, last card. A creature dying means it went from play into a graveyard. Okay. It doesn't have to be your... Oh. That's a good point because it doesn't say my creature. It just says a creature. You know what? I think I'm going to throw the card in. Grim Bounty is a 4 mana value card, 2 colorless, 2 black. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Create a treasure token. This actually might be pretty good. It's an artifact with tap. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Huh, okay. Interesting. All right. So we got a couple of cards in there that we all think are are pretty good, I would imagine, right? These are the ones that I am sticking with. Forsworn Paladin, Sepulture, Ray of Enfeeblement, Death Priest, Mimic, Wanty Fangblade. This card, we're going to have to find a deck to put it in just because I think it's really cool. And then the other one is Deadly Dispute. So these are the cards that I think kind of work the best. Grim Wanderer actually might be working its way in there as well. So I like these. These were good. Very, very good. Okay, so if anybody wants to call out another pack that they would like to see opened, I've got... Man, he's gone again. Is that another touchdown for him? Good Lord. What a day. All right, and these ones are duplicates, so we can throw those over there. So we've got a couple of different things to choose from. We have 2 core 2021 15 card booster packs. We've got 2 Strixhaven packs, 15 card, 12 card, and then another 15 card draft booster for D&D Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. So if anybody's got an idea of something that they'd like to see, you just shout it out. Strixhaven or core. In the meantime, I'm going to grab some water. We got 1 vote for core. I've got a vote for stand up, and grab some water real quick. I'll just move these down to where they're in frame a lot better. You sleeping still? Taking a nap? Tennessee chose violence today. This is crazy. 34-3 right now. And New England won 50-10? Good God. All right. Darla, go find something to do. All right. Hey, there he is, Mr. Mega. Darla, get down. What up? What up, Mega? How you doing, bud? Darla, get down. Go. All right. Let's see here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Interesting thing about Strixhaven is it has a bonus uncommon mythic that isn't always legal in standard, despite it being a standard pack. Very interesting. Resubs. Guys, I am so sorry that I don't have alerts going right now. It's because I'm terrible at doing this thing, so. I'm an awful person. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can do that. Card that is. Ba-da-burp-a-derp-burp. Womp. What happened? You act like I don't know that. Well, I don't know why that's not working. But anyways, I guess we'll go with the Strixhaven. We'll start with the 12 since that's like the lowest cards. This is like my favorite. This is my favorite part right here. Just this little. Though for a newer paper player in general, I recommend set packs over draft packs. That's a good point. That is a good point. But like I said, DD, I didn't purchase these. So. All right. 12 is a set pack? Oh, good point. All right. Oh, whoa. Whoa. What is this? Is this just a regular card? Oh. I saw this right here and I got super excited because I was like, oh, this looks like it's going to be an incredible card, but it's just it's an art series card, which is still absolutely beautiful. Foil in every pack, the list, chance at extra rares. So then, do you think if I purchase anything, I should just be purchasing set packs? Because if that's the case, then that is what I will do, DD. Yeah, isn't it crazy, Mega, how good they smell? All right, so we're gonna set this to the side. We're gonna set this art card to the side over here, just because I really dig that. All right, move the pack right over here in the middle. I'm gonna take a. Oh, like right in here, there'd be like a signature. That'd be really cool. That's cool. Always buy a set if you have the option. Sounds good. All right, first card, Frost Titan. It is a 6 mana value, 4 colorless, 2 blue. Whenever Frost Titan becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 2 mana. Whenever Frost Titan ETBs or attacks, tap target permanent. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Oh, on the front. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I will keep an eye out for that. I like this card. I like this card. That is a list mythic. Is it real? This is the first time I've ever just absolutely loved somebody just calling out all of these things, because that is incredible. So this is a M11. Nice. All right, so that's gonna go over here just because it's cool, and it actually feels really nice too. All right. So that is the 13th card in plaque. It replaces the token. Oh, cool. Oh, hey, look at this. Look at this foil. Swords to Plowshares. Instant, exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. The Blade Master turned his fury to his new foes, Root, Rot, and Cabbage Slugs. Myths and Miracles, Volume 7. Darla, what's the deal? Stop barking at people. If it's a list card, it has a tiny planeswalker symbol in the lower left part of the card. This is a really cool card. This is a nice foil rare. Really. I'm feeling really good having you guys around. So thank you so much for hanging and calling these things out for me. Because I honestly would have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out exactly what they are. 63. How can I find... Oh, I guess I should just search by foil, huh? Is there a better way to, like, search, like, the card itself, or... Oh, I think it's this one right here. STA10. Yeah, STA10. Borderless. Wow. So Swords isn't legal in Standard, but it's heavily played in older formats. So I don't want to be the one that's asking you a ton of questions. You can download an app that scans. Whoa, wait a second, Tom. TCG Player is what you'd use? Okay. Well, guys. Oh, I'm literally on TCG Player. Okay, 1 second. Sorry. Swords to Plowshares. Okay, right here, yep. Nice. All right, so immediately we are going to toss this into a sleeve. I think I actually have... Oh, you know what? No, this is the perfect time to use... oh, and this is only 1 white. Okay, so what I was going to ask is, are there... like older formats that are still in play, like still heavily in play? I am definitely going to sleeve that. I have some spare sleeves upstairs, but I also have, I got this for Christmas as well. Hold on a second, I'm gonna try to move it into frame. Because I wanted area, you guys can't really see this, huh? Anyways, it's a binder. So I'm just gonna put this in the binder for now. It's $7.18 on the market. EDH, Legacy, and Vintage. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. That is the first card to go into my binder. All right, moving on. That was only the second card too, so that's pretty cool. Harmonize, another cool looking card. It is 2 colorless and 2 green. Draw 3 cards. See, guys, this is what I was saying. I need to have a good draw deck. I do. Now, this isn't black, right? But technically, I could play this in a black and green deck, right? This looks really cool. Yeah, Commander. This looks really cool. I like this card a lot. You know what? I think I'm going to have to go buy out some more set packs. All right, so that's going to go right there. The card even feels good. It's Elder Dragon Highlander. You are just a wealth of information, Dee. This is Augusta, Dean of Order, 2 colorless, 1 white. Other tapped creatures you control get +1/+0. Other untapped creatures you control get +0/+1. Whenever you attack, untap each creature you control, then tap any number of creatures you control. Okay. Can you? Oh, there's oh. So yellow border means Mystic Archive. Once again, not standard legal, but pretty much legal anywhere else. So that's this one, right? Or no, you meant yellow border like that last one. Okay. Gotcha. So then this actually converts over here to Plarg, Dean of Chaos. Very interesting. Dean of Order, Dean of Chaos. This is for like a red and white deck, I would imagine. I like this a lot. Discard a card, draw a card. That's cool. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-legendary, non-land card with mana value 3 or less. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put all revealed cards not cast this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. This is cool. As well for the swords. Okay, that makes sense. I like this card. I'm just gonna have to. I've liked every single card that I've turned over here. Okay, Archmage Ametrius, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card. See, this is cool because this is a draw card trigger. I like that. Cast either side of that double-faced card. Oh, so I could use this essentially, like if I was running a red deck, I could use this, or if I was running a white deck, I could use this regardless. But okay, cool, that's dope. I like this card, so this card is gonna go over here with Harmonize. Well, Harmonize is, but you know what? I do want to separate the ones that are draw. Hello, Nuga. Hi. I would say hi. This is me saying hi, like I'm shaking a hand. Hello. So while the color identity is red and white for Commander, you can play that in mono red or mono white. Now, my other question, Dee, since you're here, is I can use either one of these as a Commander because they're a legendary creature, right? I've only opened up right now. I'm only on my second pack, Nuga. But see, you have 4. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yep. Reconstruct History. This is a 4 mana value card, 2 colorless, 1 red, 1 white. Return up to 1 target artifact card, up to 1 target enchantment card, up to 1 target instant card, up to 1 target sorcery card, and up to 1 target planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. You gotta exile it at the end. But she's oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Man, that is crazy. This is gonna go down here. If you use it as a commander, yes, you can use red or white cards in the deck and cast either side. Do you play on spell table? No, I do not. I'm considering it, but I do not play on spell table. Next card is Quintorius, Field Historian. These are really cool names. Oh, it's an elephant. This is a 5 mana value card, 3 colorless, a red and a white. Spirits you control get +1/+0. Can I ask you, Didi, how do you feel about spirit decks? Do you feel like they can be pretty strong? Whenever one or more of your cards leave your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. I like that. I like that. Lorehold Excavation. Just a red and a white for an enchantment. At the beginning of your end-step, mill a card. If a land card was milled this way, you gain 1 life. Otherwise, Lorehold Excavation deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whoa! So it doesn't even deal damage to you if you don't pull a land. For 5, you can exile a creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. This is kind of cool because even if you don't get a land... Like, if you get a land, you gain a life. But even if you don't get a land, you don't get punished for it. They're good spirits, but they're usually blue-white. That's kind of what I've heard, is that blue-white is a better spirit deck than, like, any of the other colors would be. But I was thinking about trying to figure out a way to put together a spirit deck, so... good lord, Ricky. All right. Next one, Burog Befuddler. This is a really cute card. It's a 2 mana value, 1 colorless, 1 blue. It's flash, creature frog wizard. When Burog Befuddler enters the battlefield, target creature and opponent controls gets -1/-0 until end of turn. I like this card. This is just a cool little funky card. I like the art on it. So that's gonna go over here with Frost Titan. Reckless Amplimancer. Just a 2 mana value, 1 colorless, 1 green for a 2/2. But you can also do 4 colorless, 1 green to double Reckless Amplifier's power and toughness until the end of turn. That's not really as strong as it might seem. So it's cool, but don't really have a use for it. Needlethorn Drake. I've seen this card before. It's got flying and death touch, 1 green, 1 blue. Strixhaven is a set about 5 magic colleges. The Mystic Archives are forbidden spells. Oh, okay. Yeah, because Strixhaven is the one that's got like, oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of the commanders that are in it. But yes, I do know that. I like this one though. Just 1 green and 1 blue for flying and death touch. Expanded Anatomy. 3 colorless for a sorcery card. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on a target creature. It gains vigilance until the end of turn. It's pretty cool. And a basic lands plains card. I think this is the first plains card that I've got. Because I don't really open up too many decks that have white in it. But that is awesome. I am going to take a quick little break here. I'll leave the coolest cards, even though we've already sleeved that other one, so that one's not coming back out of the folder yet. But I will put the cards that I thought were really cool from that pool right here. And I will be... Oh, you can't even see that anyways, so put that here. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. I will be right back. Okay. Another fun thing, likely not useful for a new player, is if you have a collector's packs or Japanese Strixhaven's packs, all of the archives have it. Yeah, my buddy Aaron told me about that they all have a Japanese art version of the card, and he actually has a couple. It was really cool to see him too. So I'm going to set the legendary creatures to the side. These are going to go over here. Harmonize is going to get sleeved. And this can go over here as well because I like that card. For now, you know what? We'll use this first page for white. We'll use this first page for white, and then we'll use this. We'll start the greens right here. Okay, cool. All right, so I guess what we'll do now is we'll open up one of the core packs. And these are the boosters, so. But I'm actually really happy that you said that, Didi, and I will just start buying the sets instead. Because it looks like you do get a lot of value from the sets. So this is the one that we're opening now. If I can get in here. There we go. It's just like I try to open them really carefully. Also for Twitch, if you do a lot of Magic content, there is an MTG bot that you can add to your channel. Really? What does it do? All right, so, hey, treasure token card, nice. We're just gonna throw these over here. All right. Scored Barons, this is a land. Scored Barons enter prices, text, flavor text. Oh, that's cool. Enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. That's pretty cool. Right over here, it lets people in chat look up the cards. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to put that on here. Oh, hey, look, it's another foil card. Bloodfell Caves. This is a land card. Bloodfell Caves enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Oh, it's like the Scored Barons card. That's interesting. And you add 1 black. When you tap, you can add 1 black or 1 red. This is a cool card. I like that. It's got a nice little look to it. We're gonna set that right over there. Really? That's cool. I'm gonna have to do that then. Temple of Triumph. Man, we pulled some lands. Temple of Triumph, Jesus, enters the battlefield tapped. When Temple of Triumph enters the battlefield, scry 1. You can tap it to add a red or a white. It's pretty cool. I like the scry ability on it. Conclave Mentor. This is a green-white 2/2 creature, Centaur Cleric. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on that creature instead. Whenever Conclave Mentor dies, you gain life equal to its power. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Oh, wait, does that have a... No, okay, that's regular. I moved it a little bit and it made me think that it actually had some foil on it. Soul Seer. I've seen this card before. It's an instant 3 mana value card, 2 colorless and 1 red. Soul Seer deals 5 damage to target creature or planeswalker. That permanent loses indestructible until end of turn. So it can destroy an indestructible card. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Tide Skimmer. This is a 4 mana value, 3 colorless, 1 blue creature. That is a 2/3. It's a Drake. It's got flying. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures with flying, draw a card. Now, I was thinking about, I like that pack. That set. Oh, the last one that I opened had 5 rares? Oh, yeah. I'm gonna ask you what you think about a Flyers deck. If I was running a Flyers deck, how could I make it pretty strong? Because I was thinking about doing like white and blue Flyers, but I didn't know how strong that deck would be or what commander to use with it. So if you have any ideas on that, DD, I would appreciate it. That's gonna go over here for my blues. And I guess, actually, at some point, I'm just going to have to separate all of the blues and then start loading up the binder. Forgotten Sentinel. Oh, I've seen this card before. Forgotten Sentinel enters the battlefield tapped. It's an artifact creature. It costs 4 mana. But I don't remember. I thought there were... Oh, no, it's Esper Sentinel that does the draw. Okay, but still, this is a really cool card. That's going to go over here. Oh, this is, move this over here so everybody can see that. Concordia Pegasus. This is another flying. It is 1 colorless, 1 white for a flying creature that's got 1/3. It's not terrible. Not terrible, especially if you buff it. If you buff it, it could be pretty good. To me, it depends on the overall power level of those you're playing commander with. That's a good point. That's a good point. Oh, you know what? I'm going to split that, actually, and put that over here with the Tide. Put the Flyers together. Turret Ogre. This is a 3 colorless, 1 red creature that is a 4/3. It's got reach. This creature can block creatures with flying. That's pretty cool. When Turret Ogre enters the battlefield, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, Turret Ogre deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Next one. Portcullis Vine. It's 1 mana. It's a creature. It's a plant wall. This is a defender. This creature can't attack. You can tap 2 and are used to tap it and sacrifice a creature with defender. Draw a card. That's pretty cool. Village Rites. Instant. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. We were talking about we needed more card draw in our black deck. So this is going to have to make its way into our black deck. But Kangi Skywarden is likely the commander for something like that. Dope. Dope, dope, dope. Good to know. I can't remember where I put the black ones that I wanted to add in, so that's just going to go over there. Keen Guildmaster. Creature, human soldier. This is a 2/1 for 1 colorless, 1 blue. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. That's actually pretty cool. So we're going to put this over here with the other 2 little flyer things. Goblin Arsonist. This is just 1... Oh, Kangi. I think I've seen that one. This is just 1 red for a Goblin Shaman. That's a 1/1. When Goblin Arsonist dies, you may have it deal 1 damage to any target. That's pretty cool. That's just going to go actually over here. Snare Spinner. This is a 2 mana value creature, 1 colorless, 1 green. It's a spider that has reach. Whenever Snare Spinner blocks a creature with flying, Snare Spinner gets a +2/+0 until the end of turn. That's actually pretty good. That's actually, I like that actually. That's good for green too. All right, last card is Field Imp. It has flying. Or sorry, not fet. It says fetid, not field. It's a 2 mana value card. It's got a 1/2 on it. It is flying, and it can gain Death Touch until the end of turn as long as you tap a black. I don't hate this card actually. I really don't hate this card. It looks like just like a whole bunch of ink is coming off of them, which is weird. Like a ton of black smoke. It's kind of cool. All right, moving on. Let me take a quick swig of water. All right, so Bloodfelled Caves is a red or black, so that is going to go over here with a couple of the red cards. And I move these over here to the side. What happened? All right. Let's do another Strixhaven. All right. Study up on the story of Strixhaven. That was a nice clean peel on that one. All right, so this should just be a, yeah, this is a pest card. We all know how those green pests work. And when they die, you gain 1 life, which is really cool. I do like that. All right, so let's get this started. Oh, we got a foil. This is a, oh, that's cool. It's got like a little watermark right there too. 2 mana value card. You gain 4 life. Learn, you may reveal a lesson card you own from outside the game, put it into your hand, or discard a card to draw a card. That's pretty cool. The face on this character here looks really interesting, though. So that's going to go over here, but it's cool to get another. But that's a semi-foil. Oh, hey, look, Cultivate. Yes! I've been wanting to get Cultivate. Sorcery, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, put 1 onto the battlefield tapped, and the other to your hand, then shuffle. I've been wanting a Cultivate card for a really long time, so I'm very, very happy that I got this one. Thank you, Tom. Or Tam. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm not saying it right, please tell me. But I actually really did want a Cultivate card because I was planning on building a green deck. And Tom, okay, cool. So I was saying it right. So I do want this card, and I'm gonna go put it right next to Harmonize. So my greens stay together. All right, that can sit right in there. Man, those are starting to look cool. I'm just gonna set this in front so you guys can kind of see. They're like right next to each other. Ugh, this is terrible. But moving on. We'll flip this back over. All right, and next card. Dragon's Guard Elite. This is a 2 mana value creature. It's a 2/2. It's got Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery card, put a +1/+1 counter on Dragon's Guard Elite. For 6 mana, you can double the number of +1/+1 counters on Dragon's Guard Elite. I like this actually. This would be good for a green deck. Next card is Flunk. That's an interesting name. Because it's Strixhaven, so it's school themed. Yeah, that makes sense. Target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is 7 minus the number of cards in that creature's controller's hand. Interesting. Yeah, the Harry Potters. Yeah, that's essentially what it's like, huh? Tend the pests. Well, I have to head off to cook dinner. Good luck. Thanks, man. I appreciate all the help. That was really really sweet of you to give me the rundown on all of that stuff. And I appreciate the follow. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, create X 1/1 black and green pest creature tokens with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life, where X is the sacrificed creature's power. That's actually kind of cool because you could sack a big creature and get a ton of pests. That's kind of cool. I like that. Dueling Coach. Oh, that's funny. This is a 4 mana value card, 3 colorless, 1 white. When Dueling Coach enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature. It's pretty good. That would kind of go well with, is this? Yeah, this is colorless. So if I was running green and white, I could put this into play. Technically, I could put this into play. Put this into play. Next turn, play this. This would already have... Yeah, so I could do that, put that on there, cast another thing, or cast a sorcery spell or an instant or something. put a +1/+1, and then that would be 4/4. And then if I had the mana for it, I could actually double it. That might actually work. I like that. Inkling Summoning. I've seen this actually in a couple of different things. Create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying. Interesting. Pilladrop Rescuer. It's 5 mana value flyer. When Pilladrop Rescuer enters the battlefield, return target creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. I like that as well. Unwilling Ingredient. Oh, that's so sad. It's the frog. It's just a 1. It's got Menace. It's just a 1/1 though. Exile Unwilling Ingredient from your graveyard. You draw a card and you lose 1 life. That's messed up. About to sacrifice the frog. Resculpt. This is an instant. Exile target artifact or creature. Its controller creates a 4/4 blue and red elemental creature token. It is a frog. I know. It's so sad. Little frog just getting... It's brutal. Brutality. Field Trip. This is a sorcery. Search your library for a basic forest card, then put that card onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. Okay. It's got a learn trigger on it as well, too. Dragon's Approach, another sorcery card. Dragon's Approach deals 3... Oh, I saw Josh Lee Kwai play a Dragon's Approach deck. Deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon creature card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. The key on this one, though, is a deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. That's huge. Because obviously you can have as many of these as you want. I saw him play it. It didn't really go off as well as he wanted it to, but it's still a good idea. Well, actually, no. If I remember correctly, it did go off, but it just didn't. They ended up being able to stop the engine. And once they were able to stop the engine, that kind of killed it. And then he had a huge target on his back. Exhilarating Elocution. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature you control. Other creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. It's pretty good. Olin Shield Mage. This is another flying creature. 3 white and a black. I didn't know they had a white and black flying thing. But anywho, ward, pay 3 life. Whenever this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter it unless that player pays 3 life. That's actually kind of cool. And the last one. Make your mark, can either be a red or a white. Target creature gets +1/+1 or +1/+0 until end of turn. When that creature dies, its turn, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Pretty cool. All right. We've got 2 more left. All right. We will move on to another core, or I should say our last core. All right. Friday Night Magic. Throw that over there. Flip it over. Cool little beast token. Always like seeing the cool token cards. Oh, hey, look. Really sweet island card. Nice. Nice. Man, that's a cool one. I like that. I like that a lot. That is definitely getting sleeved and going into my black and blue just so I can have a couple of cool island-looking cards. Like that a lot. That's going to go over here. And... this is a semi-foil, Faith's Fetters. Enchantment permanent, when Faith Fetters enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block. And its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Interesting. Very interesting. Not really sure how that one would get used, but okay. Ooh, Liliana's Standard Bearer. I like this card. Look at that purple on there. This is a 3 mana value creature. It's got a 3/1. It's got flash. It's a zombie knight. When Liliana's standard bearer enters the battlefield, draw X cards, where X is the number of creatures that died under your control this turn. This is card draw. It's not great card draw, but we do need card draw in our black deck. And this would just be a really cool card to flash out because of the purple. That just looks dope as hell. Cool. So that's gonna go over here. Kitesail Freebooter. This is a creature, human pirate, 2 mana value card. It's a 1/2. It's got flying. When Freebooter enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. Exile that card until Kitesail Freebooter leaves the battlefield. It's pretty cool. Eliminate. Oh, I've seen this card before. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 3 or less. I like this card. Might not make it into my my black deck, but I do like it. Sanctum of Calm Waters, legendary enchantment. It's a shrine. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, you may draw X cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. If you do, discard a card. Alpine Watchdog. Yeah, I'm not big on playing shrines, but I have seen that card before. Vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause this creature to tap. That's dope as hell. It's a 2/2. This is just a cool, I just like it that it has a dog on it. That's just fun. That's gonna go over there. Liliana Steward. Oh, we're getting some Liliana cards. I like that. This is just 1 black for a 1/2. Sacrifice Liliana Steward. Target opponent discards a card. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery. That's interesting. I do like them, so I could just sacrifice them. Roaming Ghostlight. Man, that's some high mana value. 3 colorless, 2 blue for a flying spirit. When Roaming Ghostlight enters the battlefield, return up to 1 target non-spirit creature to its owner's hand. It is a 3/2 though, so that's not terrible. Legion's Judgment. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. Kind of seen stuff like that before, so. Shore Strike. This is just a 1 colorless, 1 red. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn. It deals combat damage before creatures without first strike. We've already got Divine. Wishcoin Crab. This is just a creature. Wow. 4 mana value for just a 2/5. I mean, it's a good blocker, but still, it seems like a lot. Walking Corpse, creature zombie. Yep, just a 2/2 for 2. Not terrible because it isn't a token zombie. You could get rid of it easily. You could give it Death Touch. You could give it a couple of different things, actually. So this might have some value for me. And Furor of the Bitten, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and attacks each combat if able. I like that. All right, so that brings us to our last pack, which is the Adventures in the Forgotten Realm draft booster. Now, this is going to have a lot of the things that we looked at earlier, more than likely, so I'm not holding out too much hope to have some new stuff in here, but if we do, then great. If we find some card draw in here, even better. Even better. All right. Fairy Dragon. Oh, that's cute. It's a little fairy dragon. A little token creature. It's like that. So cute. All right. Forest, basic land. That's a cool basic land, though. I like that. Lair of the Hydra, another land. If you control 2 or more other lands, Lair of the Hydra enters the battlefield tapped. You can tap it, add 1, or you can X and 1 green until end of turn. Lair of the Hydra becomes an X by X green Hydra creature. It's still a land. X can't be 0. I've seen people, because this is the ones where you can like turn lands into creatures. So I've seen this in play a couple of times. I know this is a good card. Yeah, because you can't. It's tough to kill it. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Ray of Enfeeblement. We actually already looked at Lair of Enfeeblement. Or Ray of Enfeeblement. Ray of Frost, flash, enchant creature. When Ray of Frost enters the battlefield, if enchanted creature is red, tap it. As long as enchanted creature is red, it loses all abilities. Damn. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its during its controller's untap step. Golly, that's a tough one. Keen-eared Sentry. You have hexproof. Each opponent can't venture into the dungeon more than once each turn. Oh, that would have been great to have against Aaron the other day. I mean, I wasn't playing the deck that could use that, but still. Dire Wolf Prowler. I've seen this card before. Yeah, I've seen that card before. Pretty good. Or it can be pretty good if you do it the right way. Grim Bounty. We've seen that one. Price of Loyalty is a sorcery card. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until the end of turn. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast a spell, that creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Mordekainen's Polymorph. Until the end of turn, target creature becomes a dragon with base power and toughness of 4/4 and gains flying. That'd be really cool to just convert something that's like hella weak. And be like, hey, look, now it's a dragon with flying, and it's a 4/4. +2 mace. Oh, okay, that's an artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Equipped 3, attached to target creature you control. Equipped only as a sorcery. You find a cursed idol. Choose one, smash it, destroy target artifact. Lift the curse, destroy target enchantment, steal its eyes, create a treasure token, and venture into the dungeon. Pretty cool. Deadly Dispute comes right back. It's almost like a sign that I need to be running Deadly Dispute, huh? Because of the draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. Swarming Goblins. When Swarming Goblins enters the battlefield, roll a d20. 1 through 9, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Create 2 of those tokens, create 3 of those tokens. That's pretty cool. You see a guard approach. 1 blue, instant. Choose 1, distract the guard, tap target creature, hide. Target creature you control gains hexproof until end of turn. Pretty cool. And finally, Paladin Shield. It's an artifact. It's got flash. When Paladin Shield enters the battlefield, attach it to a target creature. Equipped creature gets +0/+2. That is it for all of them. That is all the cards. I think we got some really, really, really cool things out of this pool. Definitely a lot of stuff that was worth. I mean, honestly, since I didn't buy the packs, it actually worked out really well for me because we picked up some really cool cards along the way. Now it's the organizing portion and getting everything to the side, and then getting the stuff that we're not going to keep in the binder and working out the rest of the packs, or considering our other sets or our other decks. So until next time, I'm going to end stream here. Thank you guys for hanging out. Tom, appreciate it. Didi, appreciate it. Nuga, appreciate it. Mega, thank you for the sub. Urban, thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you guys the next time that I stream. Turn those notifications on, and I will talk to you next time.